I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady anymore.
They agree with
She
you.
doesn't want to be the first lady. She destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want to have anything to do with him.
About that, yeah.
She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
Allegedly.
And she does.
Yeah, how do you know all this?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know all this.
Allegedly. That's why I say allegedly.
I told Sunny.
Ready, folks. This story is about to take you for a ride. Melania Trump, former First Lady of the United States, is suing the hosts of The View for defamation in a jaw-dropping $100 million lawsuit. This legal battle is one to watch, as it could shake up both the media and entertainment industries. Here's what you need to know. Melania Trump is taking legal action after the hosts of The View made some seriously explosive comments about her during a recent episode. These comments were anything but flattering and have sparked an intense response. One host, for example, suggested that Melania wasn't exactly thrilled about her role as First Lady, implying that she didn't want the position in the first place and wasn't happy in her marriage to Donald Trump. Such bold and inflammatory claims about her personal life hit a nerve, and Melania is not backing down. She's taking this defamation lawsuit seriously, and it could have lasting implications for how the media treats public figures in the future. The stakes in this legal showdown are incredibly high. Melania's lawsuit has already generated major buzz and could change the way the media approaches its coverage of politicians and their families. With this case, the line between free speech and defamation is being tested, and the outcome could set new precedents for the media industry. As this battle unfolds, everyone is talking about it, and it's clear that both sides are prepared for a fight. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning of a legal showdown that promises to be both high-profile and potentially game-changing.
Critics are going hard after a liberal media member for vile comments about Melania Trump. The former First Lady appears to signal her support for reproductive rights in a video out yesterday.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
And this take is pretty shocking.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out.
Wow. I mean, that is violent. They've got to stop talking like that about a former president who's had 2 assassination attempts. I mean, that's just ignorant.
But that wasn't the worst of it. The conversation on The View quickly spiraled into harsh criticisms of Melania's personal choices and actions during her time in the White House. They scrutinized everything from her redecoration of the White House to her stance on Christmas traditions. One host even implied that Melania didn't care about her role, painting a picture of someone resentful and unhappy with the expectations placed on her. As you can imagine, these comments hit a nerve with Melania, and understandably, she didn't take kindly to the portrayal of her personal life and choices.
With Melania.
Because I do want to get back to this point with the left and Melania Trump. Why can't she just be her own woman and have separate?
And she can.
And so why all that criticism? I mean, that was gross from The View.
And I
look,
agree.
The View is not the litmus test of America. We don't think that.
They were afraid of that remark. That was their problem.
So why did they handle it that way?
Here's the thing. Melania Trump is known for being a very private person, especially compared to other public figures. So when these personal attacks were made on The View, she was reportedly furious. It didn't take long for her to take action. Melania filed a defamation lawsuit against the hosts, claiming their statements were not only false, but also seriously damaging to her reputation. This isn't just about hurt feelings or a public relations stunt. It's about protecting her image and ensuring that false, harmful narratives don't spread unchecked. Let's be clear, lawsuits like this are rare. Public figures, especially those in Melania's position, often take a more passive approach to media criticism, issuing brief statements or simply ignoring the controversy. But Melania is taking a stand. By filing this lawsuit, she's sending a clear message that she won't let falsehoods about her character go unchallenged. She's demanding accountability, and she's doing it in a major way. This is a fight for her reputation.
These are such vile comments, but they are exactly what the View's audience loves. It is targeted perfectly at a radically feminist, liberal audience that loves hate. Another now. This is loving and tolerant rhetoric the left uses, which they accuse the opposing side of using. And this one, those women are a danger to America. They do more than anyone else to stoke political and social tensions. The former president says he thinks his wife should be allowed to think for herself.
Does this matter? Why is this lawsuit so important? Folks, this case goes beyond just a celebrity feud. It raises key questions about the boundaries of free speech, media responsibility, and the protection of personal reputations. Melania Trump's lawsuit could set a significant precedent for how defamation cases involving public figures are handled in the future. It could fundamentally change how media outlets, like talk shows, treat personal matters involving the people they cover. If Melania wins, it could shift the media landscape, leading to a more cautious approach when discussing controversial or speculative stories about politicians, celebrities, and their families. We might see a reconsideration of what's deemed acceptable content on shows like The View and other major media outlets. This could lead to more responsible reporting on personal lives, especially when the narratives are based on assumptions or innuendo. However, there's another side to this. Some argue that this lawsuit could have a chilling effect on free speech. It raises concerns about how much we can say about those in the public eye and whether legal actions like this could discourage open discussions about their lives and actions. It's a fine line between protecting one's reputation and stifling necessary conversation. And this case could set the stage for future debates on that front. Then there's the timing of it all. As Melania files her legal claim, her husband, Donald Trump, is making headlines for an entirely different set of reasons. Some people are speculating that this lawsuit might be a strategic move on Melania's part. Could it be an attempt to shift the media spotlight back onto her? With everything happening in the political world surrounding Donald Trump's controversies and legal battles, Melania may be looking to reassert her presence in the media. It's certainly something to consider as we dive deeper into the comments that led to her taking legal action.
Allegedly, he was cheating while Melania was pregnant.
That's not going to come in front of the jury, though. The judge has ruled that won't come up.
We're on television now. And then after Melania gave birth to the baby, he found Stormy to strip around with, right?
Yeah.
It's like people should look at him and say, you know, what kind of an insecure jerk are you? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, my wife's pregnant. I'm not attracted to her big belly or something. And now she's paying attention to the baby and not me.
One of the most jaw-dropping moments in this entire saga came when a host claimed that Melania Trump hates her husband and no longer wanted to live with him. Can you believe it? These kinds of statements are not only deeply personal, but also highly damaging. For many viewers, it was one of those moments where you had to rewind just to make sure you heard it right. The audacity of these comments had many people shaking their heads, blurring the line between opinion and harmful gossip. What's been particularly surprising is how quickly Melania has taken legal action. High-profile figures often don't react so swiftly. Many would have issued a statement or simply let it slide. But Melania isn't taking that route. She's going all in, taking this fight straight to court. With $100 million on the line, it's clear she means business. This isn't just a publicity stunt. This is a serious legal battle. Melania is sending a clear message. The impact of these comments goes far beyond a minor media dispute. It's about protecting her personal and public reputation for the long term. This lawsuit is her stand against false, damaging narratives and a fight for accountability in the media.
Now you know who has been bragging all over the campaign trail about how he's the one that overturned Roe v. Wade. But apparently, his wife has different thoughts on the reproductive rights after posting this video plugging her memoir. Take a look.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right. that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
So, what does this mean for the rest of us? Well, folks, this case could raise some major questions about the relationship between the media, public figures, and personal privacy. Can celebrities and politicians expect full privacy, or do they have to accept a certain level of public scrutiny as part of their fame? Where do we draw the line between free speech and defamation? Melania Trump's lawsuit could reshape media law, and experts are already predicting that the outcome will have a ripple effect across the entertainment industry. If Melania wins, it could fundamentally change how the media handles personal stories about famous people, whether they're celebrities, politicians, or even their families. It's a battle that could shift the approach to what's deemed acceptable content on talk shows and news outlets. Of course, this case is already drawing criticism. Some believe Melania is simply exploiting the situation for publicity, while others argue she's standing up for her reputation and drawing a much-needed line when it comes to what's acceptable in the media. The truth is likely somewhere in between, but one thing is clear. This lawsuit is shining a spotlight on the complicated intersection of fame, personal privacy, and media responsibility. As this case moves through the courts, all eyes will be on both Melania and The View to see how the legal system responds to her claims. This isn't just about the money, it's about setting a new standard for how the media can discuss public figures. If Melania wins, we could see a massive shift in how talk shows, news outlets, and entertainment programs approach controversial subjects involving celebrities and politicians. It could lead to a more cautious and responsible approach to how personal lives are portrayed, especially when it involves speculative or damaging claims. But on the flip side, some worry this case could set a dangerous precedent for free speech. There's the question of whether lawsuits like this could discourage open discussion and debate about public figures, potentially stifling commentary in the media. It's a fine balance, and this case may determine where that line lies. The drama is just beginning, and we'll be here to keep you informed every step of the way. So, what do you think? Is Melania right to sue, or could this set a dangerous precedent for free speech in the media? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the latest developments. This is a story that will be talked about for a long time, and we'll be right here bringing you all the twists, turns, and updates. Thanks for watching. As always, stay engaged, stay informed, and we'll see you next time with more breaking news on Melania, The View, and everything else this jaw-dropping saga brings. Take care, everyone.